You're listening to Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live.
Houseology Live on Humble House Radio.
There we go.
Hey,
welcome back, everybody.
What's up, peoples? Welcome
that
back
time
to
again.
Houseology Live. We are live at the Moxy.
Live. At the Moxy.
Yes, it's your boy DJ Ketone. Got Embrace in the building. What's up, Embrace?
What up, dude?
You know,
Man, you've had a busy weekend too.
Man, it's been.
We've all been all over
We
the
all been
place.
busy,
It's
man.
been crazy last couple weeks.
Yeah, man, it's been great.
Yeah. Well, we show the other camera. We got Rave Daddy Robbie over there. We
Yeah.
got DJ Rich in the building. He
Hello,
ain't been here in a
everybody.
minute. What's
Nah,
up,
man,
bro?
I've been missing in action, but you know what? I'm happy to be here.
Yes.
you know what? This is the second time using our new cameras too yet for the stream, so I'm excited about
And with
that.
the new camera, can you zoom in on that shiny head of his? Look at
I
that.
know, we
Look at
can.
that. Did you do
Listen,
that
man,
yourself?
I got the Chico cut going on, bro.
Man.
I just had a wax, though, bro.
It looks
I just had a
good.
wax, man.
The carbon match drapes.
It does.
Oh,
Yeah, let's
oh,
go.
I do the.
oh.
Yeah, bro. I will show you later, baby.
Yo, wow.
Hey, come on, we want to show you. She likes it smooth like that.
Family show, family show.
Yeah, yeah.
What? Nah, this ain't no.
Family show, right?
No, we should put like the parental advisory
Yeah,
at the bottom
it-
or at the beginning because we might
we
get
do.
one
Well,
off today.
now you know why I
Parental
made my.
advisory.
You're absolutely right.
I'm
though.
trying to.
We
like,
should
see
put the
if I
parental
can't
advisory
fucking-
on here.
Yeah, this ain't for kiddies.
No,
Not all the time.
Not at all.
But
Are we live on Humble House Radio too?
we are live on Humble House
Yes, we
Radio.
are.
We're
Wow.
live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. What's up, peeps? We
Humble
love
House
y'all.
Radio is the shiznit, bro. I love that station.
Listen, we're consistent.
I'm telling you,
We're
man.
consistent. We're rolling up on a year next month, right?
A year.
Yes.
A whole
We should. You know what we
year.
should do?
Yeah.
We should have the barbecue. The
Oh my gosh.
no, I'm serious.
You know,
We're
what?
gonna do it.
We
When is
should.
it? When is the anniversary for Humble House Radio?
I'm telling you, I'm so.
Listen,
I do not
look,
like this.
Robbie showed the
lapel mic
pool
at
the
all.
other day on his Instagram.
He did.
I,
He
mean,
did.
I think it's ready for
We
some
were just
bodies
talking
and some
about it,
barbecue.
and we were like, we don't want no more people at our house. Me and Robbie had this conversation on the
did.
way here today, and then Robbie, can we have a barbecue at your house?
That's fine. I mean,
Let's
my
do it.
backyard.
And we'll do it on a Wednesday.
haven't had
We'll
a chance to
have a live
really
show. We'll walk around
do
with the
anything in my
camera.
backyard.
Yeah. So I got some great recipes, bro. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I'm
with it.
chicken.
Well, we can do our chili cook-off.
We can have the chili cook-off.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
You guys?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the chicken and the ribs.
Do that.
Okay.
I do some beef ribs.
Only I would buy the worst lapel mic on fucking Amazon. I'm telling you guys. The thing.
You got that on
It didn't
Temu.
sound too
Stop
bad,
lying.
but I got
No,
you.
it was
I got
ugly
you.
as
was
shit.
bad. It was bad.
It's like you when unidirectional or something, and it's just like pointing out there. Anyways,
Weird.
sorry.
It's okay. Don't let it happen again.
I know. I won't. I'll buy better mics in the future.
Yo,
It's been such a busy week.
it's been
2 weeks.
real busy.
2 weeks, 3
Yeah,
weeks.
we've got a lot of things to cover. A lot of announcements have happened in the scene. A lot of things are going on. Our scene's really growing.
It is.
But
Summer's over.
summer is over. It's
Exactly.
officially
We
fall.
survived.
Bye.
We survived
Well, it was
summer,
hot as
bro.
Yeah,
Nobody comes to Florida in the summertime. You realize that? Nobody
too
wants
hot.
to be here.
I
Even
don't
Florida
know about
people are
that.
like, I don't want to be here in the summertime.
I think people just know that if you hit it at the right time, you'll just burst into flames.
It's like going to the
what she
desert. It's
said.
like going to Arizona in the summer. Who does that?
Yeah, right.
It's like, no, man.
No, but
You know.
I mean, we've got a lot of things going on in the scene, and just to jump right into some things, I don't know if I wanted to call this topic. I wanted to like come up with like a theme for us to do where we like wear sunglasses and we don't take them off because it's a serious thing that we're about to talk about. But
We're getting right into it. Let's go. I love it.
I mean,
I heard a
why
rumor.
not? We should go into it. You always hear rumors, but besides from rumors, we got some facts that we want to speak. So
Power to the people.
yes, we're just going to jump right into it. And then afterwards, we're going to do all of our congratulations and to everybody.
Congratulations.
But with that being said,
That was a good song.
we just want to talk a little bit about black representation in the EDM scene. And I believe that while there are discrepancies in what's happening in EDM world, the house world, the festival world, the music industry as a whole.
Can I interrupt you real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Are
What
you trying
got?
to tell me that there's no black people in like there's like at EDM festivals you don't see black folks?
No, you for sure see.
I see a lot of them. Most of them are
one.
security.
You see one. Stop.
You know, but actually,
of course you would.
You know but no. He accidentally is bringing up a good point though. We want to clarify black representation behind the decks.
Behind the decks, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Behind the
And-
decks.
I saw security. I
And
saw
all
some
that.
guys cleaning up the stalls in the bathroom. And my homie was
I
over
get
there the
that.
other day
Okay, so yes,
with my cousin Hector.
I mean, it goes all the way to the top.
So you're looking for DJs.
You know, I mean, not
'Cause they're
just
really good
and
black
I don't
DJs
just
out
mean DJs. I mean decision makers in the EDM scene, because
That's a different topic. Yes.
the decision makers in the
you
scene.
you touched on 3 different things there.
You know it. You
Yep.
know it, baby. You know the gatekeepers. Need to be. It's
Gatekeeping
what's
doesn't
happening.
exist.
No,
gatekeeping doesn't exist. No, I've
gatekeeping-
read it multiple times on Facebook. Gatekeeping does not exist.
No, gatekeeping is a thing. But the way, it's a thing, man. And with any good institution or anything worthwhile, there will be gatekeepers. You know it. You know
And
there will.
worthwhile, I will elaborate. Money.
Money.
A lot of it's kind of revolved around money.
This is a money problem, but it comes back to an ethical issue too, and there is a major lack of representation in EDM, house music, techno, under the underground, the main stage, all of the above is lacking. What would inspire someone who looks like me to continue in this scene?
You know
or
what
to
I find
continue
funny?
And
I would
Let
suggest
them
reggae music.
fly. Let them fly for a little bit. Let them cook. Let them build this up for a little
reggae
bit.
is great, but when it comes to house music and EDM and its culture and its roots, and if you really want to honor its roots, you need to do the appropriate things and make sure that the people who want to do this and want to continue to do this have something to aspire for. And so with that being said, the gatekeepers, the people who are at the top, this is a trickle-down effect, but you got to go straight to the top to handle it. And it's the people who are throwing these events, the people who have the money to make the change, the people who are seeing the scene change and evolve, actually do something about this. And I think it's just about time that we make it a point to put this into light, because staying silent doesn't create change. So I just want to read some things. In 2019, there was a study done about the diversity in festivals, EDM lineups, and such, and it was a 76% white people were booked, and only 14% black representation throughout all of the 208 major festivals and things that are going on around the world, which is horrible. That's a horrible picture to have to think about, with a culture who is focused around 4 letters that we remain at our core of what we and why
Talking
we
about
do
plur
this.
for y'all who not
And
following.
it's called plur.
Yep.
Peace, love, unity, and respect.
But does plur still exist? I kind of don't think it does.
It does at the lowest levels, and it's unfortunate, and that's why I'm saying that
Not
it's,
Not
the
like
people
the
who
way
making the
you're saying.
decisions.
it's a decision
Not the
maker
people making the
issue.
decisions.
And the decision maker people who are only in it for the money grab and for the attention, the short term attention, aren't taking the time to do the proper research and aren't taking the time to look at the scenes or locations that they choose to bring their money and their event.
Yeah,
You know?
or the talent, like you said, a lot of, and I was gonna say like, there's a lot of diverse, talented DJ producers out there, and I follow a few of them. You know what I mean? There's a couple people, and like, what's crazy is it's only really in America. You know what I mean? Because what's wild is a lot of places outside of America, there is a little bit more representation for our culture,
Sure,
and
yes.
it's unfortunate that it's like that where this, I'm not gonna go there, but anyways, people like Carl Cox, Green Velvet,
Yeah, but just having one of them
but just having one of them
isn't enough.
10, 20 years in a row is not enough.
But look at all the
not
all the DJs you have in markets like Chicago, okay, and you know, if we really think about the history of house music and how hypocritical things have turned, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
That house music was created by black folks here in the United States. You
True.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was created by that element in the freedom of expression, and how they twisted things around. And it goes back to the same thing as rock and roll. You feel me?
Yeah, they
You
were
know what I'm
rebels.
saying?
So imagine if you were a rocker and you were like, oh, I'm gonna wear black, or I'm gonna have earrings or tattoos. Venue owners didn't want to book rockers because they were rebels and they went against whatever the culture that was black and white. And then even after that, disco came and they were mostly LGBTQTs, and they were not they didn't.
You don't have to be gay to like disco. I just want to put that out there.
But that was a lot of the audience, though.
It was. That's true.
It was a lot of audience, and then it went into the funk, and it was black, and then it went into house, and then all that stuff.
Yes.
The thing is that nobody is, while they will acknowledge the fact that this is true, they won't represent it.
100%.
And that is the problem here.
Well, I think the simple solution, and actually covers probably most of what you're speaking of, is honestly, it's just money. I mean, it started out as that movement. It started out as music. It started out being what it was. We all did used to love it for the music. I pointed out to, I don't know, maybe last week, and I may even have shown Ketone. I pointed out somebody's flyer for one of their weekdays here, and I said, look at this flyer real quick. I just want you to look at this. And it happened to be two girls on the lineup, and you had the flyer saying what was going on, and you swiped right, and the next picture is a girl, like literally with about, and I'm not joking here, but like about a third of her breast covered. Most of it was showing, quite showing. And then the next one was another girl in a two-piece with barely anything on, and it's showing. And I looked at Ketone. I said, "They are not doing that because they love music and are having fun for that." And I want to be really clear too. This is not a anti-feminist thing or anything like that. I want to be real clear about that. I'm just saying they're using the sexuality that they have to do it, and they want it for attention. That's the point.
But they're not even DJing. Let me bring it back to something that's really clever here. It's on my mind.
Some are badass though.
Yeah, oh no,
But
there's
I
no
get you.
no. Hold on, wait a second. I'm not saying that. Let me correct this real quick. All right. I know some female DJs that absolutely kill it. I know some female DJs that are some of the best scratchers I've ever met. They're in my circle. I have my daughter looking at them every day trying to practice scratch moves. I'm telling you right now, I know some real wicked female turntablists and DJs that can maintain a dance floor. They're not getting the gigs these supermodels are getting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And they have no skill, and it pisses me off. But let me get back to what I'm going to take it back to the
also a
originality. Okay, so this is what you got. And you could be right on the money aspect. I didn't think about it as that, but this is something that was going on for a long time. There was a song back in 1960s come from, and this is one example of 500. 1960s from a black group called the Clovers. They originally made and sang the song Love Potion Number 9. Okay? It wasn't popular. It was popular amongst the black communities back then, and they used to have their little bars called jukes. Okay? Now, it didn't get mainstream airplay. Okay, until the Searchers came out in 1963 and stole that song, and they sang it as Love Potion Number 9, and that is a Love Potion Number 9 that you hear all throughout, on the classic radios. But this is something that has been happening for years and years. That you
50,
got
60
the mainstream stealing black music and taking it and turning it into for the other crowds and not giving the original. One big example. I'm gonna kill you guys with this. This pisses me off to no end. There was a soca group. A guy made really good soca from the island of Montserrat. I love island music. It's in my blood. All right. He is the original singer of Hot Hot Hot. Why did some corny white dude from New York, named Dexter Poindexter, fake a freaking island accent? Look it up.
Yeah.
He faked an island accent.
Yeah.
He is an Italian from New York who faked an island accent. And that is a song that you hear whenever I go out and I play Hot Hot Hot. I don't play Poindexter. I play Arrow.
Yep.
Okay. But that's the type of stuff I'm talking about, and it can hit a double standard. Why did we give that guy all the attention when Arrow already sang it? We don't know. Nobody knew who Arrow was. I do because I have the record sitting in my house. But there's just one of many, many examples that come through of stealing things and turning it around and ripping it away from one culture and not giving credit to where credit was due.
So that brings us to what can you do about it?
Bring it out to light.
Yes. So what needs to be done is the community as a whole needs to start looking at their peers, and start looking at their the people who they look up to in this community, the people who do the bookings, the people who manage the people who do the bookings, these promoters, the people who are going out for these bigger companies to scout talent need to be aware that this is an issue. Mm-hmm. And you need to hold yourself accountable if you're in a position to make change. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah,
And
you
this
definitely hold
isn't-
yourself accountable. You hold other people accountable. If other people are affected by this, don't continue to support those businesses. That's what they represent.
Yes.
I want to say something. This isn't a means to bash any race. I'm not making fun of white people at all. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just bringing to light. I don't want people to think, oh, you hate white people. You hate this. You hate. No, that's really not me, man. I mess with everybody. You see some of the stuff I put on.
Yeah.
There is nobody.
We got to be careful when we bring you on air.
No, there's nobody. Nobody is safe. I mess with black folks. I mess with Spanish folks. I mess with everybody. I'm just bringing to light what I see. Back in the past, I get mad when they take old movies and they make them all black. And my meaning behind that is, why aren't we hiring black film writers and script writers and black film producers to make an authentic black movie? They did one or two and that was it. Okay, Disney World's done. Let's make everything. No, well, let's do the right thing and let's hire these talented people out there. Why are we taking a movie that was made in the 70s and we're reinventing the wheel?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people get lost in that, because I want to see people who actually have talent from that culture.
I have to admit, I do get frustrated when I see movies today taking place in a certain time period, and it totally is not historically accurate when you're watching the movie. I'm like, no, that would have never been happening. And yeah, you're right. The Cinderella one that they remade,
I'm
that
like,
thing was
come
a
on,
travesty.
let it go.
That
Let
thing
it
was
go.
unbe-
Stop.
Really, you made the fairy godmother a gay Asian dude or gay black dude? I mean, come on, like really?
But I mean, and if you think about the artwork, a lot of these actors are doing a fantastic job. So I'm not taking away from the actors. Stop doing
Yeah, but
that.
that's done
Make some.
that was
We did
purpose.
not make
That
all
was
the new
purposely
movies.
done,
I
what
can
you're
promise
saying.
you the stories are not. You got black people that are very talented in script writing, and you have some badass black producers. Put them on the mark. So it just goes to show you, I 100% support this, and I see this happening in the music industry, in the film industry, everywhere.
In every
Right.
industry. And I'll be honest, I work in marketing, and I've always been in a professional space. I'm literally one of one at my current agency. My last agency, I was one of two at my last agency. Before that, I was one of five at my last agency. And it sucks because I know personally so many black people who are just as smart as me, but it's because they didn't go to Ivy League college, or they didn't have this parents, or they didn't logo here.
money's
They
a big
won't
factor.
even get the chance. They'll see the name, and like, luckily my name is Michael Bracey, so they don't get past that. But if they see Tyrone, whatever, they're already moving that over. And they'll say, like, oh, we give everybody a shot, DEI, whatever, that's bullshit. You know what I mean? Because the company wants to go out and be represented by who they are. You know.
Well, you guys are also forgetting something here. I'm gay, and
So
by the
same
way,
thing happens to you.
and-
Are you serious? I'm
and
leaving.
they're
Fuck
actually
this.
in our scene. If you think about it, in our scene there isn't really a lot of us. There isn't really a lot of LGBTQ in the EDM scene locally.
And
And you know
another
what?
thing.
It's because
You know
they're
what's-
scared of coming forward and being discriminated against.
and I was talking to.
Did you say there wasn't a lot of gay people in the EDM scene?
as performers,
not
artists,
as performers.
artists. I'm talking about DJs.
They're in the.
No, there's not. There's maybe
They're-
15,
like, how many
20.
do you-
Well, okay, so I'm
They
from
have
a
a
different
circuit.
market.
They have a circuit.
They do. You
But
know what?
no,
Maybe
but
that's because
aside
it's me.
from the circuit and the main stage, who can you say for sure?
I
is-
DJ'd. I
you don't
DJ'd in the
actually-
circuit.
that you
Yeah.
that you know
Even
that
in
is
the
public.
mainstream,
That is
even
a
in the
public.
Yeah, even in mainstream, it's lacking.
Yeah.
and one of the things are though is I was talking to DJ Explicit a couple weeks ago at Concrete Jungle,
Shout out
and
to Explicit.
he goes and plays at Cocktail down the street, and he'll play there every now and then. And he asked me why I never play there, and I said, well, I just was like, I don't know, I've just never been asked, and blah blah blah. But I also said, you know what, I don't really go to the gay bars very often. He's like, I've noticed that about you. I said, yeah, well, because honestly, and now I'm sure if there's anybody paying attention to what I'm about ready to say here, like I quote unquote I live a normal fucking life. I go out, I hang out with my friends. I go to a lot of EDM events. EDM events are not focused just on gay people. I don't go to the gay gym. I don't go to the gay Publix. I don't go to the gay bars. I don't go to the so-and-so. I just go and hang out with my friends and have
Live
fun.
life.
And there's a lot of people, though, that think because I'm gay, I should do the gay Publix, the gay gym, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And that's not the case. But still, I'll tell you what, I know it makes some people uncomfortable. Like I know for a fact that I bet there are some gigs that I've never been booked for or whatever because I'm gay.
Yeah.
It's
You know,
unfortunate.
and it sucks because coming from the
something
market,
like that.
Miami,
That shouldn't be either.
That was like everybody. There was drag queens, there was straight people, there was gay people in these clubs. Man, I DJ'd the gay circuit for probably about 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, no, there's
I
plenty of
DJ'd the gay
LGBT
circuit.
people that come to the clubs, but I'm talking about behind the decks.
Now, and maybe it's
and
because,
not at a gay bar.
Okay, well, maybe that's probably because of my history and house music and all that from where I'm used to in my market. I knew quite a few gay DJs. T-Pro was one of them. I don't know if you ever heard of T-Pro.
The problem
fantastic
is
DJ.
that at a high level,
I hear what you're
at
saying.
a high level,
It just
and
blew my
at
mind,
something that
'cause
to
he's right.
inspire for, because that is the problem. The problem is that,
And I
you're
don't mean to
gonna-
redirect your point, by the
No,
way. I
no,
wasn't-
no. It's
but I'm
this
just
is
saying-
all.
But that's true.
This is something
all
relatable.
ties in
Yes.
together in the fact that there is discrimination.
There
and
is.
there is a biased opinion when it comes to making decisions on these bookings.
So can I ask you real quick?
Yeah.
What made you bring this topic up today on the show?
Well,
Hey, you're right, by the way. You blew my mind with what you said.
well,
didn't
it is
think
the
about it like
fact that there are always events or things that come to cities, and
Yes.
they, they'll do some research maybe, but they'll mostly rely on word of mouth to get their
Yes.
bookings done.
I agree.
And it's a problem, and because that problem is that person that's coming or relying on one source of connection to a scene in its area will cause that biased,
Yep.
discriminated decision. And so that's why I wanted to bring it to light, because if somebody who looks like me wants to do something like this, where are they going to see it at?
Yeah.
They're not going to see it locally in their own scene. And if they do, they may see that one person that can do it, but it's not a proper representation of what we're going to see on the dance floor. And on the dance floor, you're going to see a sea of white people. You're going to see a sea of black people. You're going to see a sea of Asian people. You're going to see a sea of gay and such.
So do you mind if I'm going to play devil's advocate a minute, and I'm going to throw one at you. So I'm just prepping you.
Go for it.
I don't think there's a lot of white representation in the hip hop scene.
Okay.
So-
music as a whole, and my rebuttal to that.
I promise I'm not doing that on purpose to be mean.
Yo!
No.
Yo.
My point was, you did also pick out a genre of music that generally tends to flow towards
White consumers.
white kids. Yeah,
Is that what
And
you're
if
saying?
I went
Yeah.
into a hip hop club, what's the general
But do you
race
know-
going to be
but-
in the club?
but-
just as much if I go to a reggaeton club as well.
But it'll be different.
No.
Mike.
So this would be different. So I understand, so it is a lot of discriminatory against white rappers or whatever who don't get representation. But like you said, if you do go to a hip hop club,
You're talking about me or you?
there is no there's not a lot of white people at a black club. But if you go to a house show, there is a lot of black people or Asians or whatever at a show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but
I'd beg to differ, because if you go to if I were to go to, let's say, our bar, what's that bar next to Saigon Blind? I haven't been out in downtown.
Oh
so-
man, I forget. I know so.
But it's like a
Yeah,
college
yeah.
bar.
Oh,
but it's
Crafty Squirrel.
Crafty
Crafty
So let's say
Squirrel.
if we go to Crafty Squirrel, right, and they're playing hip hop there, you're going to see a lot of white
yeah.
people.
And if you go
you're going
to
to see a
yep.
lot of black people.
You will.
And you're going to see
And if you go to Ybor or Piranha,
there's always extremes to, well,
Yeah,
it depends on
yeah.
what level you go to, but there's always those extremes, and I
100%.
do understand those extremes when it happens, but there is also proper representation of white people in hip hop
There is.
nowadays.
I can name 20 right off the back right
nowadays, I wouldn't say
Nowadays.
so much as before, but there has been progression there.
Yeah.
There has been so much
I mean,
progression
Vanilla
there that
Ice.
it's noticeable.
You want to know something?
What'd you say?
Yeah,
I said we
Mac,
have Vanilla
I've
Ice.
been, I've been,
Listen, no, you got so
You got
many.
more
If you
than
wanna go
that.
that route.
I've been fired.
And we have Eminem. So
Fire
we can go
Thriller,
from one extreme all the way to the
MGK,
other. Yeah.
Rugrats.
G-Eazy.
MGK,
I mean,
yeah.
the name
MGK,
goes on.
It's so many.
G-Eazy. You could keep going.
G-Eazy. God, I like
The list goes on, but
list
there
goes
has
on.
been
It ain't safe, it
an
ain't
obvious
safe.
progression there from Vanilla Ice. Let's start with Vanilla Ice, was where at that point you could say there was a problem. Even when Eminem started, you could say that there may have been a problem.
But we
past-
got in too deep.
past
There's a lot of
that-
other rappers that were white back then too, man.
Yeah,
And,
I agree. I know that. Even still, but they were still underground. But again, they still now have major proper representation in the mainstream media, and I think that
They were magnified when they came out. I'm sorry.
They
got
were.
Correct.
magnified.
They were.
They-
absolutely.
absolutely.
I mean,
Absolutely.
Eminem
Well, that's-
released, what was his original hit?
Yeah.
Slim Shady.
Slim Shady.
Yeah.
But you know what? That also comes with money, right? So of course, look at the majority of what you have to work with here in the United States. Okay,
How's the chat room?
white people are they kind of outnumber all the other races here. You know, we're not talking about one city and that. I just in a whole, there's way more white people. And
But you
BET
can't have-
wouldn't be where it is at if it wasn't for a white dude.
Well, there was a white person at the top cutting the check.
That's right.
But the audience were predominantly black.
Why? But yes, but you're 100% right. But there was money to be made.
Actually, the main dude at Arista signed quite a few hip hop artists. What was his name? What's the Arista guy that owns Arista? The old
LaFace.
dude.
Remember.
He's ancient now. I can't think of his name.
L.A. Reid. Not L.A. Reid, but that was LaFace.
LaFace Records. Yeah,
Yeah.
LaFace
Well-
Records, Scarface, all them.
I just think that you could take any
Babyface.
portion
Babyface.
of the
Sorry about
music
that.
industry as a whole. Let's take the music industry as a whole, and we can say that there is biased discrimination, systematic
Absolutely.
oppression.
Clive,
going
Da-
on
Clive Davis,
inside of
guys.
it.
Clive Davis. That's who I'm thinking
Clive
of.
Davis,
Yeah.
yes.
He's older than
He signed Whitney Houston and a lot of people. So you got to admit, in the 80s and late 70s, when it probably wasn't exactly being considered the thing, you've got I think Clive is maybe Jewish too. I'm not positive,
it's-
but he's
We don't have to
signing.
go there either.
Well,
But I'm just pointing out that it was also another. But he's signing Whitney Houston, and he signed the guys out on the West Coast to. Shit, I'm just drawing blanks on all these
Yeah.
guys' names all of a sudden.
I know what you're talking about.
That
But listen,
sounds
so
terrible
I
because
don't-
I actually know this stuff.
Before
I'm
we
sounding
talk
so
about
white
this,
right now.
we kind of knew that this where this was going to go, and like I said earlier, I don't think it's going to change. What we can do is hold these companies accountable and stop
Yes.
supporting them,
Yeah.
and they'll slowly decline. But racism's always going to be there. Sexism always going to be there. I got
Absolutely.
this, you don't. I'm going to go hang out.
Jealousy,
Listen,
narcissism.
we can start with the VIP section. Start with the VIP section.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Why?
Valid.
Because I have money.
Yes,
I get
yes.
to go hang out over here, and
Yes.
I get to make fun of the people who don't.
Yeah.
Because it's all a pissing match. You know what I
Yes.
mean? It
Yeah.
really
Mike,
is.
you made a really good point, man.
So it's always going to be the differences in my pockets, what I drive, how sexy you look. If I'm running a business, if I had a business, maybe I would pick the better looking DJ who's going to sell tickets. But for me personally, because I love music, I want the talent.
I want
Black,
the
white,
talent, too.
Asian, or whoever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if I got an investor, he might say, "No, we need to get X, Y, and
But-
Z."
But so what you
But
got to do
listen,
is this.
there was a
You
pr-
can always put two pretty girls up on the stage with them doing,
That
dancing.
is, yeah.
True that.
I'm saying, come
but
on,
there's,
man.
But there,
Give the talent.
but-
Let the talent
no,
be
listen,
talent.
To argue even that point that it shouldn't happen, ARC and their ARC and a couple other businesses made a point to book
They had a
around
lot of representation there.
about around 45% black talent on on one of their lineups, and still made the same, if not more, amount of money.
Yeah.
in their
Look at that.
in their festival.
Look at
so it's proven that it's not the talent and it's not
No, it is
the
the talent.
race. It's the fact that they are not looking in the proper places to find that representation.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest with you. A lot of the black DJs around here in the house music scene, I think that they have
Phenomenal.
A better ear.
Are great.
There's,
Yes,
there's,
are great.
there's at least 6 I can name right now that deserve to be on certain things.
Name them.
EV, Yay, myself, Embrace.
EV.
Let's see. Who
Drees.
else is black? Two Clutch.
Drees.
Two Clutch.
Drees. I mean, I think we're at
Drees.
7 or 8 right
Dreesy.
now, and I
Yep.
could keep going. You
So
know,
I-
and that
And I got
deserve
a
to
point
have.
to stay on ARC too, but go ahead.
I was just going to say. I was going to say
platform.
though. I think the topic. I know why. Kind of originally where ketones. This topic kind of stemmed from, and it is kind of one thing that we were talking about before the show, and it's not important, but to share it at this point in time. But I think generally in our scene amongst us, and I'm just talking about you as my counterparts in the scene and other DJs and producers in the scene, I think in general we're all I think we're a pretty good group of people. If you think about it, we have a big balance of Latin and Black and white representation, and there's still LGBTQ people in the scene as well. And for the most part, I think we all treat each other pretty good. I've pointed this out before with Rich, though. There definitely is a divide between the old folks and the young folks.
Yes,
that's going to happen.
I think
no
there's
matter
more.
what.
Yeah, there's more ageism, I think, than there is maybe in this case in our scene. But it's nice that we have that. We have a huge market.
I lived in a lot of places around the country. Tampa and Florida in general has embraced the different cultures being under one roof. Because this wouldn't happen. This kind of conversation wouldn't happen. Even though ARC was its own thing, outside of ARC, you're going to experience more racism. It's crazy up north than what you would down here in Florida.
It's been like that. It's been like a shift. Florida is different. Florida is like, people look at Florida, it's South, but it's not. But it is. It is a melting pot of the whole United States.
Yep.
Everybody is here, especially the farther south you go. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. And Florida, I don't even want to bring the topic into another situation, for the whole another, 15 minutes. But there is no other state like Florida. There really isn't.
No, there really isn't.
We have a lot of major cities.
We are our melting pot.
We are our own
I
thing, bro. We really are the redheaded stepchild of the United States, bro.
Yeah, fuck it.
I do. But just to close out on that point,
Go for it,
I
bro.
just want to read a short. I guess it's not a public service announcement, but it's maybe it's like my monologue to the people to hopefully push for some change. But to truly honor the legacy of the pioneers, Frankie Knuckles, Larry Heard, the Belleville Three, it's not just playing their records. It's to commit to the rebranding, the rebuilding, the inclusive, diversive, liberatory spirit of the dance floor where this music was born. So just keep that in mind, and let's push for change and play.
Yeah, at the end of the
there
day,
you go.
That was great, man. I like that.
Thank you.
At the end of the day, we're all here for one thing. It's for music.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's one thing why I think ARC is so successful.
Yeah.
Because it's been about the music.
Yeah.
Like they may have a couple major artists on there, but the people who go to like a festival like that go for the music. And that's what we were talking about earlier. Now that it's becoming a cash grab, like house music is one of the most listened to genre for the first time like ever this year. And people are trying to get money from it. But they're losing the fact that we're all here for.
I was thinking about that on the way over here, actually. I mean, look at how many festivals EDC owns or owns stock in now. They wouldn't be doing that if they're not making money.
100%.
Look at how many festivals Live Nation bought into and all that, and they own now. I mean, they pretty much, EDC and Live Nation just about
Owns the
all
market.
the festivals.
Yep.
Yes.
There's just still a small group. You've got Disco Donnie out of New York, and that's still doing some around the country, but not many. And, I mean, you look at how mainstream Burning Man has become and how mainstream Coachella has become and all that. It's just all mainstream. And then, with to Ketone's point, because it's all mainstream too, it's all going towards the white folks. I mean, that's just what happens when something's mainstream. You get all the sorority chicks and the Chads and the Karens and that they all come flocking to it and they want to do it and that's just how that works.
Yeah,
And
but I mean, you gotta
hopefully
do your
someday
due diligence.
we curve back down a little bit. But also one thing too to keep in mind, and I've mentioned this before on the show, we also only think we're really popular because we only hang out with people that are doing the exact same thing we're doing.
Yeah.
We only hang out with our DJ friends. We go and see our DJ friends. I've said multiple times, if you just start walking up and down Central Ave and ask who Rave Daddy Robbie is or who
won't know.
Ketone is, most people probably wouldn't know.
They won't know.
And
But it's
I
a
don't
good
mean that
thing.
in a
But that's
disrespectful
a
way.
good
No, I
thing,
get
though,
it.
right?
That's people,
That's it.
but there are people in our scene that act like every person in Tampa Bay knows who they are, and I'm like,
Yeah.
bro, you don't like 1% if you're lucky of everyone in Tampa Bay has any idea who you are,
100%.
and most likely because it's other DJs or
And
producers.
you'll get real humbled real quick once you realize everybody don't know who you are. It's like when you throw a show and you expect a bunch of people to be there, why should they come there? You got 30 other shows going on at
That's
the
right.
same time.
You know what? That's
what I
kind of think about it. Think about it. If you did go to Prana on a hip hop night and you were a white guy, but you usually go to Zodiac down the street where they're having a house show, and then you
Yeah.
walk in there, and suddenly you don't get comped in, and suddenly you're
Yep.
paying full price for the drinks, and suddenly
And you
you
like,
don't
I'm the
know,
man
and
down the
yeah,
street.
you don't know anybody in VIP,
Yep.
and you don't know anybody standing around you. You feel real
real
small and
Yep.
real blended in fast.
Yep,
Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like that, man. And you know what? So with that being said, we have some congratulating to do. We have a scene full of stars
Yeah, we
that deserve to be recognized just as themselves. So we have a festival coming called We Belong Here. They're doing it and they're going to be doing that festival in December. So we have a bunch of locals that are on the lineup, and I'm going to name them down here. Some of them are not quite from St. Pete, but they are in Florida or more, but they're still along the lines of the locals.
Where's that festival going to be at?
That's going to be St. Pete Pier, man.
St. Pete
Yeah,
Pier.
in
Oh,
December.
man.
I don't know the exact date. December. I had it earlier.
I think we
but-
belong here. Maybe you know any history about them really quick before we go to it?
I know that they are a
new?
festival in Miami. I've heard about them for years before this.
Okay,
so they
so
have
they're
been,
not brand new. They've been.
They're
out for
not.
a
No.
couple years.
They've been doing some things in Miami. I think they've been doing some really good work there.
Yeah.
But we got some locals here. They decided. I don't know what brought them to St. Pete, but you know, a lot of work's been going on in St. Pete.
Yeah, good
Here's some
job.
people though who have been doing some things around the Tampa Bay area who deserve some recognition. Oh, first we got Dr. Greco.
Hey.
Yep.
Yeah,
yep.
we love Greco. Greco is the man.
already a given. We
Yep.
knew that.
Yep. Alejandro.
Alejandro. Got to keep it going for him.
Yep. We got Ania Rose.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. We've got Awakening. Alejandro and Awakening are both signed to Humble House. We have I Awake out of Divine Freaks. Inner Sanctuary, who is also signed to Humble House. We have Jay Crusoe coming out of Tampa. He's doing some good work.
He's doing a show with us on September 20th. Jake Crusoe.
Nice.
Secrets.
Secrets, September what?
September 20th.
20th.
Next Saturday, not this Saturday.
They got Johnny on there. Johnny. He's in the Tampa Bay area. We got Goss BR.
Nice.
if you
He's
don't
also
know.
going to be there with Jake Crusoe, September 20th.
Yes,
Get your
he's
tickets
also signed to Humble House. Great talent right there. We got Kalila. She's I don't know, I don't think she lives here, but she does a lot of work here.
Okay,
so she
yeah.
brings in, she does work for the community.
Kalia. K-E-L-I-A, right?
Kelila.
Yep,
Kalila.
Yep.
We got Lane, who's on the lineup.
Shout out to Lane. She's awesome.
She's been working hard. I think Lemind is from here too. I'm not sure, but I believe he's from Tampa. I think I've seen him on a couple lineups before. We got Loose Cannon.
Oh, yeah.
Who's been doing
There we
some
go.
work.
Boom.
Loose Cannon. Shout out to Loose Cannon. Congratulations.
Yes.
Big up.
Makobo, who is also signed to Humble House Records.
Also going to be there September 20th.
September 20th.
With Goss. That's Jake Crusoe.
We got Pushman. He was on there. He's out of Tampa.
Yep.
Leo is in Sarasota, but he's done work around the Tampa Bay area as well. Orb, I don't know Orb. I just found that account today. I looked in it. It's a woman, and I think she's in the Tampa Bay area as well.
Well, how about a nice applause for her? You know what I mean? She
Give
probably
her
work
one.
hard. Let's
Give
give her
her
a
one.
nice applause for Orb. Baby, big up Orb. You know what? We'd like to know you. And by the way, Orb, if you are listening, why don't you reach out to us so this way we can put you out there and interview you and get to know you.
Yep.
Also, we have Low G is from Miami, but it looks like they came with the We Belong Here crew. Slug is out of Orlando.
He's DJ for Prevay all the time. Yeah, so
Yeah,
he's dope.
he's been putting in some work. I don't know how to say this one. It's Raje, so I think it's like Raj or Rage.
I think
Rage.
it's Raj.
But out of Miami as well. It's Me is not, I don't know where that person is from, but Lane 8 follows him, so that's worth noting.
Lane 8.
Hey, you got the Lane 8 cosign.
Yeah, so Falco, what is that? Slowing down claps? They're like,
They're confused.
Falco is out of Miami.
Falco, yeah, we know Falco, man.
Out of Miami.
Big up Falco.
And then there's two other names that are Caleb and Mejias and Grace Seymour. I don't know where they're from, but
Nice.
they're
Congratulations,
Yeah,
guys.
Congratulations, all y'all.
Big
Some-
ups.
Big
Some
ups
of them,
all
this
y'all.
is their first big thing. So
Yeah.
like this is really big, and like, you know, that's just inspiration for anybody who's DJing.
Yes.
Just keep going. You never know who's watching. You never know who's promoting you. You never know what they're looking for. So you just got to make sure that you
Absolutely.
remain positive and
keep going.
keep going, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
So yes, that
love that.
that concludes our segment of you know,
Going in there.
beating
being
diversity.
real.
No, I'm just
yeah.
no, but no, that was a good topic. It was something that needed to be said, so that we can start the process of change.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
With change comes. Can I talk about the rumors that I heard?
What rumors? What
I
rumors? What are
heard-
you talking about?
I
You
heard-
got to be careful here. What you going?
I heard that somebody didn't do what they were supposed to do, and they cost somebody, a lot of people,
Some money.
a lot of money.
Yeah, we definitely going to get into that next. I think we should send them off to.
Wait, you already on that one? You already know about that?
Wait, what you talking about?
You know what I'm
You talking about Dirty Bird?
Yeah. Doug,
That's what we talking about.
that's what I was talking about. Hey,
No,
hey,
we definitely
before we
gotta
go,
talk about that.
before we go to commercial, did you guys
Yes.
see the video, okay, of Buddy who was fake DJing and they broke his laptop and everything up on stage? You see
All right,
that?
so no, I did not see that, but I don't. Do we have that? Do we have that up?
Can we pull that
No,
up?
we didn't pull that
Pull it
up. No, we
I
didn't
got it.
get
All right,
that
we'll
one.
pull it up. I'll pull
Yeah,
it
we'll
up.
pull it
I'm
up
gonna pull it up
break.
after the break.
We'll talk about that. Stay tuned. We're gonna tell you about some crazy shit
I
that
gotta use
happened
the
at some.
bathroom.
Oh, it's gonna be
There's
all-
always things that happen at festivals, but we got some crazy shit to talk about at festivals, and we got some other things to talk about, like Dirty Bird. We got to talk about that. We have to. If you live in Florida area, if you went to festivals, or you went to Dirty Bird, and if you got something to talk about at Dirty Bird, let us know. Call us at 727-342-0550. I mean, it's a very controversial topic.
Yeah, they did.
You
They
ready
did a
for
lot
me?
of people dirty over there.
A Dirty Bird. All right, we'll be
Anybody
back,
went to
guys.
Burning Man, call us.
Oh my. Oh
This is why
Wow.
we needed female representation in here to keep it.
I can't sing like that. If you stand on my nuts, I might be able to mimic.
my. You know, this is the first time I've ever actually realized. You see the biceps on that man over there? I've never noticed Mike. Look at that. Look at that. That's intense. He was getting all worked up and he's starting to get pumped. I was like, oh wait. What's he doing?
Listen, this is a medium shirt.
We beating our
That's medium.
Medium.
Nice.
medium.
But that's the ones you want to wear just to make it like stick out a little bit more. I'm actually losing weight. I'm down like 22 pounds.
You look great.
Hey,
There you
good.
go.
Yeah.
We all look great. Let's go. I told him to leave his shirt off.
You know,
I'm getting ready to go down. I need to go down 40
watch your drink.
pounds.
Watch your drink, bro.
I've told these kids, I said, there's a lot of them that chase me around now. I said, you haven't seen Hot Rave Daddy yet. So, you know, if there's, you're all in trouble now if you think that's what's going on.
Craziness.
He's got them biceps breaking out of his shirt. It makes me want to roll my sleeves up too, man.
Yeah.
You got to hold back lady like that.
There you go. Yeah.
You
Nice and
guys.
hairy.
He did,
too.
there you go. Now you just caught the feel. I just got sexually harassed
There
on
you go.
live TV.
There it
I
is.
was just wondering why. My mic is overmodulating like a mother.
Well, no, you're
It
fine.
is.
It's okay.
It is,
I've got a
what is it
limiter on it.
But yeah, turn that down.
Oh, hold
turn
on,
it down.
man. I'm just gonna
But
bring
peeking.
here.
Hello. Look, there it is.
We got Sam in the chat.
Shit,
What's
that's
up,
my
Sam?
microphone.
There we
Never
go.
mind. Hold on.
Is that mine?
That was the wrong
Right there is mine. Yeah, there we go.
Issue.
Over.
You gotta take your mouth off the microphone.
There we go. No, that now that's good. You see that? That's good. Now,
Yeah,
you got a dirty mind. And
Usually-
I've been sexually harassed twice now.
Usually we're not screaming in the microphones.
Who's in part of HR?
Usually.
Listen, we got some serious business to talk about here.
I heard a
What's up
rumor.
next? Yeah.
We got some things that
Oh
shit,
shit, she's here.
Uh-oh.
She's here. She's
Is it
she
just-
did
no.
show up.
Wait.
She
Is it
showed
our
up.
female
We got a special
representation?
guest?
Hey. Yeah.
All right.
She brought a dog. Let me have the dog. Bring the dog in here. I want to keep the dog. Can I pet the dog?
All right, your head's in the shot.
Oh shit.
Well, so all right, so
So we have a
big
guest
old
now.
sausage fest. Yes, it is.
Wait,
but
what
she's here now. Sam
Listen,
said it's a big old.
I just
sausage
want to
fest.
tell you that there's nothing wrong with sausage fests. I just
You
wanna
would
put
say
out-
that.
You know,
Kielbasa,
and for-
Italian,
coming from
bratwurst,
you,
bro.
that is okay.
you
Okay.
know, applewood smoked.
I don't like taking showers with other guys. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I know you would, and that's cool. I'm okay with the fact that you would.
Listen,
You're crazy.
If I
know
had
what?
to take a
That's a
shower
cost.
with another human being, I would rather that human being have a vagina. It's just me.
Yeah, that's cool.
What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that.
there is nothing
wrong
wrong
with
with that. There's
Nothing wrong with that.
That's
Nothing
cool
at
for
all.
you. But in some other news, there was a fake DJ, right?
Oh, yeah.
Do we have that up?
Do we have it
Do
up?
we have that up?
Oh, yeah.
By chance?
Oh,
So there was a
give me a minute.
guy.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No problem. There was a guy DJing at a event, and apparently they found out that he was fake DJing.
Pre-recorded.
And- yeah, pre-recorded.
Bro.
And they grabbed his laptop and they decided. Now, so you know what?
Not only
There's,
they grabbed a
there's a couple
laptop.
problems here. Of course, there's a few things.
I'm
here that we
for
need
it.
to
I think
dissect.
we need more of that. Yo, listen, if crowd, I need y'all to understand. If
Yes,
you see
because you
people-
want to bail him out of jail. That's
No,
why.
I just want the fake DJs to go away so the real DJs can get in there and do their
Yes,
thing like
agreed.
James Hyde.
What
Look,
account did you message me from?
Where was this at? Do we know the location? Where did this
I sent it
happen?
to you on
You know what?
Facebook.
I understand that it's not on there. It's actually over there is where it's overmodulating at.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. I'm
agree.
working on
That's
it.
okay.
I'm doing a lot of things here.
That's
okay?
all right. You just do you.
you
but I'm
just
going to
have
talk
lower
about
your
this.
vocal cords a little
Yeah,
I
that
can't.
too. Stop screaming in the microphone. That
We
would
just got to
help.
lower
Please.
the mic volume at the bottom. But we'll do that in a minute. Now, here's my problem. The fake DJs need to get their ass whooped.
They do.
All of them. Females, males, they all just throw their whole equipment in the garbage.
Yeah, stop
Every
booking
time-
these fake
stop
DJs.
booking these freaking models
Exactly.
to go up there.
It should
and
be a
look
tryout. I need to
Right.
see you DJ like on a video, or it should be like a tryout.
I sound like
for
Kermit
sure.
the Frog.
You know,
I don't understand. I mean, all right. So there's a few things here. Yes,
I'm
the
trying
guy
my
is a
hardest to get
problem.
this, guys. Bear
Yes,
with me.
That's fine.
If
The
you
guy
see a
is
fake
problem.
DJ out there, break his laptop
no,
immediately.
fuck no. Don't do that.
Why?
Don't do that because we don't have no right to touch that
Yes,
person's
we do.
shit.
He has no right to
The
touch my
peop-
job.
no, you need to go, what you need to go do is have a problem with the people who booked the person because
Yeah.
you act like they didn't know.
So can I break his laptop then?
No.
Well, then whose laptop are we breaking? Somebody's laptop needs to be broken. I'm telling you right now.
That's a
If
problem.
you are
Listen.
fake DJing,
See,
no.
Listen.
The problem
Why
is
we even
booking
breaking-
people
Easy,
Yes.
who
easy.
shouldn't need
Which
to be
is-
booked.
Yeah, so take it up with the promoters. who are
Well,
booking
I need to
promoters.
break something.
You don't
I'm not
need
breaking
to.
my
You don't
laptop.
need to break nothing.
You know what? I'm out of this shit.
You
funny.
just want to fuck somebody's shit up. We can't fuck nobody's shit up.
I'm
We-
only
but
the
you
fake
can- but
DJs that are getting paid big money to do.
What was
real
that guy's
DJ
name?
shit.
Does it have that guy's name in there?
No, I didn't
I'm
even
working on
find
it, guys. 1
I
second.
don't know if it had that guy's
We're
name
still
in there, but
working
he
on
shouldn't
it.
be booked anymore. Just flat out.
Yeah, I bet you he won't. But now I have a problem with them starting to beat up on the sound people. They swung on
Really?
the
They bring
production
on the
crew.
sound people
Bro,
too?
they swung on
Now,
the production
Do
crew.
we
dog.
know where this happened at? That's important. Where did this happen?
No.
We're trying to pull it up.
Pull it
We
up.
need to
We'll
find out
see.
where was this located at.
That's
Because I
crazy,
think that
though.
would put context to the story.
There was a lot of people.
Because I
there.
swear to God, if you swing on me, bro, we going. I'm telling you right now.
I agree.
We're going.
But that might have been the person that booked the dude, and he might have needed it. But I'm not saying to do it. I don't,
dude
I
was
don't,
like,
I don't think it's right to
I was like,
assault
oh.
anybody.
No, that
that's
hit.
crazy.
I felt that hit. I was
That's
like, bro,
It was a
I
good
wanted to
hit.
be the one eating a popcorn.
It was a good hit.
Oh,
Oh, here we go.
here
Oh,
we
we
go.
got it. Oh, snap.
Sorry.
Here we go. No, they're gonna go. Right.
Oh, wow.
Watch the whole thing.
We're
gonna watch it.
Hold on. There
It
we
took
go.
us a while because the internet was down. Yay!
There.
Oh,
So-
my God, she
oh,
brought me
wait.
water.
Hello.
So
Yeah.
wait a minute. So that's actually another DJ
There's a
destroying
real dog
the DJ.
in the building. Hey,
Yes.
babies.
So we're not talking about this anymore. We're talking about
No,
the dog.
no, we're here.
Is that what
No,
we're doing now?
no. We're gonna talk about the DJ. There's a dog in the
And
building.
Watch it.
He's-
He's getting
That's okay.
twisted up in your cords.
He's
I like
ste-
dogs.
He
Um,
stepped on his laptop and
Try not to have him come over here. That would be bad.
Look at that! Look! We got to
So-
run it back. Oh, and he smashed
It's-
it. Did you see his smash the laptop?
But you know what,
Look here. They're gonna punch the production guy in the
I
face.
think it's important though to realize that it's actually other artists that are doing this.
I don't
so,
know.
it
Bomb!
looks, so it don't look like a DJ. It look like
No,
a
it-
rapper.
I can
It
tell you
looks
this
like it
ain't
might be a rapper whose
this ain't-
DJ wasn't having. He didn't have the instrumental. That's what it looked like. The DJ didn't have the instrumental. The rapper got mad because he was
Down
rapping
easy.
over his
The camera's
vocals.
behind you. Remember that.
And the rapper took his laptop and threw it.
Easy.
We need some more context behind.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah,
we need
I
some
want- it's a
context
short
behind
video.
this.
All I said is I heard a rumor.
That
and
dude has
I
a
saw the
chain on.
rumor.
That's
You
a
know,
rapper.
I love how comfortable
if
it
he
just got
was-
over here on
That's
this
a
couch.
rapper.
See,
Careful leaning back. Just thought
it
you got the
could
camera
be.
behind
It
you.
could be a guy. You know, that's just
I
part of
think
the crowd.
that he
I have to concur. It looks
that
like
guy
a
don't
rapper.
have no business touching somebody else's shit.
Well, I
And
can
that-
tell you like this.
I'd fuck him up.
Bro, I'm telling
I'd
you right
fuck
now.
him up
Would
for
you
touching
beat up
my
Travis Scott if you DJ for Travis Scott and he started smacking on your
Travis
shit?
Scott, I'll
It
tell you what
depends.
happened.
He better-
Travis
he better
Scott's
talk
gonna
to me
pay.
beforehand.
Travis Scott's going to pay some money.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm putting you up on God.
I
Look, if
guarantee
I put my
somebody got
hands
paid.
on,
Yeah.
Travis Scott, you know,
Yeah, but this
there's
guy
gonna be
don't-
like 20 people stomping me into the ground.
This
There's
guy
gonna be-
ain't Travis
True.
Scott.
That's no Travis
and
Scott.
that guy
Ah,
ain't
right.
just
Hell,
grabbing
that
my
dude.
shit and
But
throwing
they took
it.
it. Look what they did to the sound
All
guy,
right.
though.
Okay. So the point is though, are
you
we
see if
talking
it-
about pre-recorded sets? Though?
Yes, if you see a fake
Okay.
DJ, wait, can you turn that over modulation? That thing is so
Oh,
annoying.
for the love of Pete.
Please, for me, I'll do it for you.
He likes
I'll do
to
it for
be
you.
loud.
Every time. I don't want it. Just turn it. All right. Is that
Also,
it?
turn down the attenuation on your.
I
mic.
don't know. Where's it at?
That's
Is
you
it
got
on
to
here?
press the
Got
button.
not
Set it for
different.
2. Here you go. Yeah, here you go. That's what. Here we go. There, that'll be better.
Hello. Oh,
there's-
well,
Yeah, that's the attenuation.
Yeah, it said another artist.
All right.
Another
grabbed
artist.
it, but
You guys can still hear me out there?
it looks like a festival, not a club. For
It
sure.
said it was a festival.
Yeah, we can hear you out here.
So it was sent to me, and it was said that
Well,
a
you didn't like
DJ
being this close to us?
A
What a-
DJ was being
What's the
fake.
problem?
Not even playing right.
See, speaking of LGBTQ representation, he
right
doesn't even
here.
want to sit next to me.
He doesn't want to sit down.
Y'all too
Because I put my hands
Y'all,
up and
y'all
I get
smell
hyper.
good.
All right, your
I've-
head's in the shot
On
again.
the camera, I want to look tight. No, I'm two bald, big dudes. And
So
little
here's the
skinny
thing.
Oh, well,
dudes.
Yeah,
okay,
that's
I'll
true.
give you that. It was
what
looking
you
a
trying to
little,
say?
yeah, I got you.
Look at the tight.
You don't like Oreos?
That's true.
No,
That's true.
I don't.
Chocolate filled Oreos?
That's funny because
I
I'm
feel
looking back at the replay. I'm looking back at the replay, and it fucking exactly what he said. Oh shit!
Oh, it'll come back.
Come on.
It'll come back, I
Without-
think, before he
That
moves.
was tight. It was
They're going to
tight.
smash
It was
Buddy's
tight
laptop.
looking over there.
Hey. That's all right. That's what she
It's
said.
not-
All in due time. All in due time.
I love
So,
y'all.
There it
okay.
is.
We'll wrap it. Look at that.
Yeah, there. Oh, that's nice.
yeah.
That's nice.
Look.
He had his arm around
That's
Rob.
what. That's what
He had
friends
his arm. He's
do.
like, oh, you know.
That's what. Careful.
Yeah, it was tight over there. All right, so Danielle's in the building. What's up, Danny?
Hello.
It's a boys club. It's a
It
boys
is
club tonight.
Total.
Yeah.
A little bit. That's
All
how it
right.
works, you know.
Sam said it was Sasha's Fest.
Oh yeah, it is.
It was,
well,
totally.
you know, that's why I was like, I felt the need to be
Please.
here.
Thank you.
For Sam's sake, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Because she's not able to be here, so and I brought 2 females, myself and my dog.
What an awesome dog.
Yep, she's
Reminds me of
just
my dog.
chilling. She's
We
chilling.
can't see you on the camera. What's her name?
Kaya.
Kaya.
All my ladies pop that thing.
Yes,
like-
exactly. Let's think about it. Stop. That's exactly.
Kang Wang with it. Kang Wang himself.
I love it. No, I'm so happy to be here. As you can see, I'm wearing my Dirty Bird gear.
Hey,
Yeah.
we were just talking about that.
We're about to get back into
Yeah,
it.
we about
though.
to.
Perfect timing. Wow. This has been one of those episodes where
Oh,
we've been
up,
taking
all
it there.
Yeah.
You like the first episode of Real World. That's what this is like.
Yo, turn my mic back up, yo.
You'll turn my no. He's gonna you.
Seriously, stop. All right.
So we've
So
got
what are we
some
going to talk
issues
about
here.
Dirty Bird now?
I mean, we're letting the bag out. You know, the
cat out of the
worm-
bag?
cat out the bag, the,
The
worms
worms,
out
bro?
of the
thing?
dirt.
Yeah,
we're
dog.
doing it all right? So, my personal experience with Dirty Bird was great-ish. I had a good time meeting people, rekindling relationships, DJing, playing new Humble House music that isn't released yet, seeing how it works with people, seeing if people resonate with it.
Were you playing that Dirty Bird?
I did a Renegade. Oh, we got a
Oh, we
call
got-
in.
Oh.
Oh, we got a call in. All right, I think there's some things about
never
Dirty Bird that
happens.
we're gonna get into that we didn't know about. But
Gosh,
yeah, let's get it.
Rhymes.
Oh, there it is.
Grimes is in the
Grimes
building.
is in the building.
All right,
I don't know. Hopefully that worked.
check it.
Are they
No,
there?
It looks like it.
Grimes.
on my end.
Are you there?
Hello.
Oh,
Hey, what's up, Grimes?
What's going on, guys?
Nothing much. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, no, I peeped in real quick. Heard you guys were like, "Oh fuck, we're doing Dirty Bird again. Let's go!" And I was like, "Yes, we are."
Yeah, we got some stuff to get off our chest, you know. But first of all, Grimes, let's give the people a little background on who you are, what you do for the scene, and then we'll get into it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, so Grimes is, we're more than just a little streetwear brand. We're known as a streetwear brand that comes out here and takes care of the streets as well. We host smaller shows. Every drop we do, we find some way or another to give back to the local community. We're based out of St. Pete, so we try to stay as local as possible with every event we do. And just, slowly here and there, just trying to make a little bit of a difference, whether it's bringing in, new DJs that are undiscovered, all the way up to, helping out local high schools that are struggling, whether it's with, jerseys or whatnot. We try to make it happen for them.
Awesome, man. Yeah, we've got some of your product up here on the screen for the people to see, and they can make sure they can follow your social media.
I just want you guys to know I did prep for this a little bit. So there, when he started talking, I went to the Grimes Instagram, and now we're seeing
perfect.
it.
We can see it. We see all their.
I really have been doing
merchandise.
TV in the past. So.
We got the merchandise.
Okay, sweet.
Your Instagram is at GRIMEZ.
Oh, I like the I Love Cum
right?
shirt. That's nice.
Yo.
That's interesting.
Bro. Hey, how many of those shirts do you sell, by the way?
Which one specifically?
The I,
I love cum.
I love cum.
shirts.
How about the booby ones? Give me one of those.
Oh my.
Hello.
Because it's like the boobies one.
Yeah, I want the booby one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
the booby one's great.
I saw those out. I saw those out. I bought a pair of glasses from you guys. So some of my raver glasses, I was due for a new pair. And I almost bought the booby ones just because, it's not like we don't already know what's under that shirt, but let's just also paste it on there. It was great. I love
Yeah,
it.
I mean, Grimes isn't for everybody, but for the right person, it fits perfectly. So we love to create a shock factor. We like and you'd be surprised how many young adults we sold that to, all the way up to grandmas.
no doubt.
So there's a little bit of Grimes in everybody.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And all right, so you guys were a vendor at Dirty Bird. You guys had your own experience there, and I mean, there's been countless problems and situations that have been going on over that Labor Day weekend. But you guys had a pretty devastating story that was going on, and I think the people should know, and it should be shared because things like this should not be happening in a safe scene that we should have.
100%. Yeah, no. Just from the beginning of Dirty Bird and how it all started, it just went pretty south pretty quick. from people having issues with like checking in, and then stages not being built on time. So it just became a hassle just from the beginning. And most things, when there's a huge downfall in the beginning, it kind of sets the pace, and that's pretty much what happened. Just things were all out of control. But the biggest issue we had, which is just tremendously disgusting, and I hope no one ever has to go to something like that. And it's kind of why we spoke up, because it's gonna keep happening, and until we put these people on blast, and until we just completely crush them out of everything they got, they're gonna keep doing it. And we took a hit by exposing this vendor and telling people about what he did, and he tried.
Oh, did we lose
we
you?
lost
Did we lose you? Oh, hello.
Uh-oh.
Looking more
Oh, there he is.
opportunity. So if you're gonna blacklist us from one event, that's fine, because if that event's on your side, then we don't want to work with them. And that's how it is. So it honestly doesn't faze us. We'd rather expose people, than have to work with people who are on that same shady level.
I absolutely agree. Are you saying that you've been blacklisted because of this? Because you've brought light to the situation that your employee?
No, they tried to blacklist us from because they're based out of Miami. This Top Shelf Smoke Shop, we can put them on full blast. I don't care.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Top Shelf Smoke Shop, based out of Miami. Try to get us with some issues in Miami and whatnot. We made it our own post. We don't believe, we have no issue with Dirty Bird. They have been helpful so far in making sure that they are blacklisted from all Dirty Bird events or anything related to Dirty Bird. So they made that, very clear.
Okay.
I wish they didn't get to this point, because we tried to ask for help as soon as it happened. There's just, there's certain roles that just didn't take action when we asked for it. And then, now when it went public, it's when, people are running around with, like a chicken head cut off. And that shouldn't
It's
have
always
never
when
gone
somebody
to this
says
point.
something about it.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that you guys had to make this a public thing, but honestly, I'm glad you did, because this kind of behavior is unacceptable, and the person doing it should be held accountable. I don't know if you want to go into any details. I don't know if you guys have any kind of legal things in the works here, but the floor is yours, and I believe that if you want, you can.
Real quick, I just want to jump in real quick before you say anything else. Humble House Records and Humble House Radio doesn't know anything about this. This is a story coming from Grimes,
Yes.
and he's repeating on the radio of his circumstance that he went through. Everything is allegedly, of course, until it was proven otherwise. So we need to make sure we're clear on that.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. No. So, if at first it was kind of just like a thing that, we try to keep it personal, just because, at the end of the day, we're not in the game to ruin people's lives, no matter what, until full details are put. That's kind of, we took some time as well to make our post. We wanted to get every detail, as close as possible. But, then once this smoke shop started getting aggressive and started throwing threats back, it's kind of where we had to just, fully push forward to. There was just no remorse. It gave pretty much a sense of like, it's happened before, it's going to keep happening. And it's just truly disgusting behavior that
They were right next door to you, right?
Say again?
They were next door to you, weren't they?
Yeah, and that's the craziest thing is, it all started with, them. First of all, they weren't even supposed to be next to us because, when we got invited to be there, we were told, you guys are going to have a Renegade stage. That whole area is for you guys. Okay. And then somehow last minute, they got put next to us. We made it happen. We still did our Renegades. We still, we made it work. And then throughout the night, the owner of the shop just started getting friendly with one of the employees and told her that she can just leave her stuff, in the hotel room. She, took took his word and, believed that he was a trustworthy vendor. And, as soon as she went into his hotel room, he just aggressively threw her onto the bed, tried to remove her clothes, tried to remove his pants. And, she had to say, no, no, no. And then, immediately just pretty much rush out of there. And, she unfortunately had to leave the clothes there. and then the next day, she couldn't even come in and get the clothes herself, so that had to be arranged. Um, it's just something that no woman, no person should even have to have that kind of fear. And when that was brought up the next day, and we let people know, hey, this happened, all that was told is, it's out of our hands right now. You guys should have told us about it as soon as it happened. And I don't know many instances where something remotely similar happens that the victim does go straight to the authorities or something like that. It's a shock factor. Sometimes that has to, it takes a while. And it doesn't matter if they said it next week, or we could have even said it, 6 months from now. It doesn't matter. It's still a valid, it still needs to be taken as a whole valid statement.
And you went to like security, or you went to the actual event people?
We knew security was going to be security there. Is there for during event issues, and they're there just to keep the peace. So we already knew going to security that was just kind of useless. So we went straight to the event. To the vendor coordinators. That's pretty much directly working through us and whatnot.
Okay.
I mean, you said something that's really interesting and important to recognize, that no matter what or when you go in and talk about this, it doesn't matter the timeline, because Epstein, right? We've got Bill Cosby. We've got all these. Yeah, we've got Diddy. We've got all these different.
Weinstein.
Yeah, we've got all these different people that these are years and years later, and they're still able to come back and speak up for themselves. But it takes that much time sometimes for you to get that much courage. So good on her, and good on you guys for going right away and doing something about this. So I applaud you guys. I seriously applaud you guys for you as an individual to go and support that. So thank you. I'm going to say thank you.
Absolutely.
As a woman, I'm going to say thank you, because sometimes as a woman, it's hard for us to get our voice out. And so it's great that there was somebody that was there to help support and get the right authorities and really act on this, and to be the voice for those that can't be. Mm-hmm. So thank you.
I think, no, of course. And obviously nothing to thank us for. I think it's just to us and what we represent as a brand. We just feel like this is just what the baseline should be, and what you said about like people, with Bill, it's the same analogy that I gave to other people. Is like, we told the staff there, and then we did speak to security on the last day about this issue, and the security of the event said the exact same thing that the coordinator there said, is, why don't you guys tell us as soon as it happened? And same thing as what I told them. I'm like, it doesn't matter when she tells you. She's telling you now. Yeah. And that is completely unbelievable that they said such a thing. We will give kudos to the head of security of the actual hotel. They were beyond helpful. And when they heard about this, they were like, okay, do you guys want us to speak to the authorities right now? They didn't ask questions. They made sure she was okay. They even wished that they heard about this event themselves, because then they said that they personally would have removed this vendor. Yeah. And, we weren't aware that there was a differentiation in hotel security and event security. It's just none of this was brought up the chain, at all. It was just like we told one person, which we thought would be the person, and it just got stuck there. So the rest of the time, it's kind of, we were just like, we don't know what to do. So she was scared. So she just didn't even attend the rest of the time. And, every day I was like, yo, I need to speak to someone. And I kept just getting pushed. And so we went public with it. And then now they're like, oh, okay, yeah, let's speak about it now. No, brother, it's too late now. We asked for help, and you guys weren't there. And then, it's so blissful that we have a good community like you guys and everyone else who's been supporting us. And her letting her know like what she did was very strong of her to do, because like you said, some people wait years, and she didn't. She was like, yeah, no, let's go forward with it. I'm tired of this, and we're tired of it with you too. So, and we want to let people know that Grimes always will stand by you guys. We can always be your voice as well. So,
well, dude, we thank you so much for that, man. And we want to tell you to continue doing your work. You guys do amazing work. And we are so glad that we could help you get the word out on some issues that you guys are dealing with. and we do hope that you guys get it resolved as soon as possible for her
Thank
sake.
you. No, yeah. At this point, it's just now, just a matter of time. But slowly things have been happening that been putting us at ease with this entire scenario, and it wouldn't be without the power of the community and the whole rave scene, pushing forward, demanding for more, demanding for answers, and because of all of that, because all of you guys. It's helped us tremendously. So
Absolutely.
I think
and you guys with your
Oh, go ahead.
no, just saying that you guys with with your podcast and allowing people to give their story and continue pushing forward on this is remarkable, and that's kind of the people we always enjoy truly working with is people who have that passion.
Well, I want to also say is that you guys speaking up is really helping out to maintain a sense of safety within this area, because the rave scene in itself is a question mark for people. And so when things like this happen and nobody speaks up because they're so afraid of what the reputation will be from that point forward, the fact that you threw all caution to the wind and you said, you know what, I don't care. We're going to stand for what we believe is right. We're not going to stand for this, and we're going to hopefully make a change from this. That's awesome. And let's continue maintaining this aspect and this image of the rave scene should be a safe place. I mean, this is where people want to go to and feel free and feel and dress whatever way that they want to, and not make it be suggestive of anything other than the fact that they're just trying to be expressive of their
100%.
whatever it is. So this is something I'm sure it's going to come out with all great things at the end of it. Yes, it's going to be a rocky road. Do not, I don't doubt that one bit. But if you guys stay strong, you stay together, you stick together, and stay and empower each other, and continue to be the support of each other, it's gonna be great for you.
Yes. So we're here for you, Grimes. We thank you so much, man, and we look forward to everything you do in the rave scene, and we will stay in touch with you, and hopefully, see you guys through this.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Shout out to Humble House Radio. You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
I'm super glad, we were put on to work and, speak with each other. I'm excited for big things for you guys as well. So keep doing what you guys are doing. Mad love to everybody listening. Take care, guys.
Thank you. Take care. Take it easy, Grimes. All right, guys. So make sure to check out their clothing line at Grimes at GRIMEZ on Instagram. That's what we know so far. I'm sure it's Grimes everywhere else.
They will be selling merch at the Secret Show on September 20th, so we will have Grimes there selling some merch. So come check them out.
Perfect.
In other news, who is double charged for the room?
Let's switch the cameras now. Now let's switch the cameras over.
That would be my department over here.
Yeah, you guys got the suite. You got shut down.
I know.
Let's talk.
It's terrible.
Let's talk.
We were talking about it before the show started, and I said to Angie across the hall from, because we happen to have a lucky scenario that both of the penthouse suites were actually being taken by Tampa crowds. So the whole 18th floor of the South Tower was all Tampa, which was really awesome. And it was even better. We were all friends, which is even the better part too. We all knew each other, which is great. But I was saying to Angie, I said, when you buy one of these rooms or you buy the penthouse, and there's only 3 of them available, you almost are kind of taking on the responsibility that you're going to do Renegades.
Because these are proper ones too.
Correct.
That's the difference.
And we
history
did.
they've had. That's like a known thing, right?
Yep.
That's a part of
exactly.
Dirty Bird.
Yeah.
That's a camp-in.
So there were 2 big things that happened. There were 2 big things that everyone complained about overall with camping. And I'm just going to touch across this real quick and get through it. Where we only got about 10 minutes left, but there was apparently some sort of payment issue from Dirty Bird Campin' to the hotel in regards to their rooms and stuff like that. Apparently, there was also some payment issues with the production team. This is all alleged things. I don't necessarily have proof or anything of this. They did make some statements on their Facebook in regards to it being the holiday weekend and having something to do with that. However, though, the hotel decided to take a kind of difficult position on the whole thing, and I get why they did it because they got to make money and they're expecting to be paid. But they made everybody put down the deposit that was equal to the value of the room that they were going to be staying in that night. So a lot of people had already paid for the rooms, had already paid for their tickets, and they show up, and now they got to pay a second time. I kept running around the hotel telling everybody, and I got to pay twice for my room because then they made me do that. Now we were told though Tuesday that all these were going to fall off the pending charge.
We were told on Sunday or
Yeah.
Saturday.
Correct. That Tuesday everything would fall off. Correct.
Exactly.
Yes.
And
They charge y'all that soon?
yeah,
As
They
soon
charged
as you
you the day.
checked
You,
in.
Well,
you couldn't
it
get
was-
your room until
it was authorizations.
Until you paid a second time.
It was-
and some people got locked out.
Yeah.
kicked out of their
crazy.
room.
Right. And
And
so
had to go and do it again.
yeah, so they ended up doing that. My charges fell off, but then I have a $600 charge and I have no idea what it's for. So I got to get in touch. I guess now if you call the hotel, the front desk people aren't even helping you anymore. Apparently, they're sending you to the finance manager who will then pull your bill up and tell you what it's all about. But Camp Inn is saying that this is all taken care of and everybody's going to get their money back, but yet there's a ton of people that haven't got their money back yet, including me.
I
Yeah, I
have
know.
not either.
You haven't
I'm
either?
not-
There you go.
You still have it?
Yeah, I still haven't
There
got
you
my
are.
money back.
Okay. See, I didn't know you got double charged too.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
it's just crazy. I think a festival to this magnitude should have.
Be more organized.
Yeah, I mean, from top to fucking bottom, it was not like there were seams missing. There were the in betweens.
How long? When was the last campaign?
2 years
2
ago.
years ago.
Right. And that, by the way, just to make a clarity, too, because this is important to a lot of people, that was the last camp-in with involvement from the actual Dirty Bird Records and the Dirty Bird organization, which was owned by Claude Von Stroke.
Yeah, this was.
And this was a combined effort of what used to be doing was Claude Von Stroke along with Music Festival Trips, which is the ones that also do home base. There was also some clarity that needed to be made here. People were like talking about, home base is responsible. But just to be clear, home base and Dirty Bird Camping this year were done by the exact same company, and it was Music Festival Trips. Now, they may have had other partners involved in there, but that was mainly the main people that were doing that. The last one prior, 2 years ago, was still the Dirty Bird Records and Music Festival Trips, and then they were doing that. A lot of people felt things might have been different if Claude was still involved. I can't say
I
that
agree.
for sure.
I think so.
I think so.
agree.
I mean,
it's
like,
like,
the
your
stages
baby.
were missing a lot.
Yeah.
It was a thrown together
Mm-hmm.
event. I mean, that's what I felt like. It felt very thrown together. And from what I understand, from insider information, is that they were locked out prior to the day before when everything.
The reason why everything started late on Thursday, sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're
But the reason why everything started late on Thursday was because they had not fully rectified apparently payment issues with the productions companies as well.
So when you're starting out in a deficit,
That's bad.
and
luck.
just start rallying. But I am going to make a complaint here because if this were my event, if I were to be the one that's running this event, you would not catch me going out and trying to enjoy this event. I
Not
would
at
be
all.
I would be running around. I'd be
Not
trying
at
to call
all.
investors. I'd be trying to do all the different things to try to
100%.
make this right.
Yeah, they should have double. I would have double paid rather than letting my.
yeah,
I
my
would
guests,
have.
my
My
patrons.
guests.
Exactly, but
Yeah.
instead, I saw Brian in the elevator. I recognized him. Didn't say anything to him,
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Keep going.
and he was there with people, and you could see him in the back of the elevator. He was smiling, but you could tell that it was like he had just come in. It was kind of late, and he was just like he was still enjoying himself, and I was like.
Like there was nothing going on.
Like there was nothing
no
going
issue.
on,
Yeah.
and I get it. Like you're supposed to be like a duck in water, right? You're paddling really fast under the water, but nobody can see anything because you're just
Right.
gliding across the water. I get it. I get it. But at the end of the day, I don't want to see you enjoying this
Nah,
event.
that's- see, I'm with you.
When I see friends of mine that are working their butts off and sweating their butts off, and you can't do a simple task of making sure that my bill gets covered for what I paid you
Yes.
already.
Yes.
No, sir.
Yes.
Danielle, we've done events before.
We have.
When I set up sound and audio, I'm nonstop. I'm not there
No,
to party.
exactly.
Okay.
That
Sometimes
man-
I don't sleep for 24 hours.
Yeah.
I make sure that this is right and these artists can play when they need to play, and it has to sound. It has to sound exact. When you have a job to do and you have all that weight, you're not there to party. It's Brian. It's not about you, bro. I'm calling him. I'm going to call him out Because it's not about you. You are putting on a production.
Yeah.
You are not there to enjoy yourself,
Yeah.
my man. You need to get knocked down a couple steps, bro.
Yeah.
So we got about 5 minutes left. So on top of that, the second thing now was, we all kind of feel like, as we were chatting with people, that because of the payment issues with the hotel now, that they begin to get a little shitheady with us.
Like on purpose.
Yeah, being shitheads with us. Yeah. And we were all again up on the 18th floor. There was only the 2 penthouses on the 18th floor, to be clear. There were no other rooms up there. And at one point in time, they said that there was over 100 people up there. And so get this, there are 3 elevators in the tower too. One of them was completely out of commission. You didn't even see numbers on the display. It was turned off.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then 2 of them were running. And then in the middle of all of that, like Friday night, one of the 2 broke. And it was 4 or 5 hours before they got that repaired. Then, in the process of people going up and down, and mind you, we were not the only renegade in the South Tower. There were also renegades on the 17th floor, on the 3rd floor, on the 5th floor.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
big renegades too.
What's a renegade? Just for people.
Oh, yes. And renegade is just you're bringing in your own equipment and you're basically putting on music in your room.
You have to get authorization to do that.
Well,
No.
Your
That's
authorization
why it's a
is
renegade.
Dirty Bird camping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that is your authorization. You are signed.
That
You
is a
actually sign a
part
waiver that says
it.
we understand that this is going to happen.
right.
Okay.
And
the
that, and
hotel's
so
aware of that.
The
henceforth,
hotel is aware of it.
Oh, yeah.
henceforth renegade.
Yeah.
So that's why. And then usually what happens is artists end up showing up, and then you end up getting artists in your room. People come up, and you're adding a little something to the event. Is
Like
what
a
you're doing.
pop-up.
If you get a big room like the penthouse, you're kind of saying, "Yeah, I get it. I'm going to do renegades." Or
Yep.
if you have one of the bigger rooms, you're kind of saying, "Yeah, I have." If you have a connection to the artist, yeah, because then remember there isn't any other really events. When was the last time you went to an Elton John concert and could have Elton John come to your hotel room and
Yes.
talk to you and play the piano?
Yes.
That doesn't happen.
That's
But
what's
in the
special. That's the
yes.
magic.
Yeah, yeah.
Of
But
Dirty
in the
Bird.
EDM scene, you can have Elton John like stars, somebody like John Summit, or in this case, A Craze, show up in your room and go back to back with our friends. He was standing in my room when the
Ready to-
fucking
ready
hotel
to go.
came. Yeah,
That's
and
ready
shut
to
us
go.
down. And then claiming and I think that they were worried that we were breaking the elevators. So I don't know. I think they were just getting shitty with us because of the whole payment
think it's
thing.
the money.
They should have. They should have.
Doubletree.
It's not the hotel's problem.
No, they should. They
Correct.
should have honestly had somebody maintaining those elevators. They should have. There's a lot of different things that they could have done.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that the hotel could have done differently. That the festival could have done differently. There's a lot of things that could have gone differently. Unfortunately, this is the last year.
I mean, yeah.
This
No,
is,
I'm not going
I've
to it
already
again.
heard
Yeah,
it.
it's
I have
done.
already heard it across the board from people that I have spoken to within that side of it.
People are wondering if home base is even going to still happen.
It's not.
So
no,
think-
the hotel itself said home base will not be happening here this year.
Wow, so
They
that's
said we
already
have
done.
terminated our relationship
Oh.
with them
You know,
altogether.
it's crazy because
Oh, wow.
I see Homebase promoting.
I
that
get
they
that
have-
though. I would do that though. I mean, if I
They're
wasn't
promo-
getting paid, I wouldn't want to do business with them.
People.
When did Dirty Bird announced that we're going to do it this year? That was this year. They didn't announce it last year. They announced that this year.
They announced it this year in March. No, it was April. Was it March or April? It was like February or March. I think it was February or March. And here's the crazy thing: I actually applied for ambassadorship. They didn't actually send me my ambassador approval until August. So there
That's
was
my
not
point.
enough promotion that happened. There was still not enough that had happened. That was not done well.
It sounded like it was a underplanned festival.
And
They
underperformed.
announced
No,
underperformed, and
it
that's
just
what
didn't
happened.
have. It's all. I said this in the group chat in there, but it's almost as if the head of the snake had been cut off.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
a good analogy.
You know, the body was just moving, and we were the body. You know,
Yeah.
and Claude was over in Arc in Chicago
Not to
partying
put
with you.
salt on the
Yep.
wound.
Over there
He
partying with
he
you.
had one of the best sets I ever seen all
That's-
weekend.
That's
Exactly.
Claude was at Elro.
Yeah.
It was fire. It was fire.
Yeah. So I mean, this just
1
goes
minute,
to
everybody.
say like, not everybody can do events. Look, it's a hard thing to do, but also at the same time, a public apology would be great. That's all that
Yeah.
I think would go so far.
Yeah.
If
Maybe
they
even
just-
some compensation. Maybe
So-
like an
that would
upgraded
be
ticket.
great.
I'll buy the ticket
Something.
if you upgrade my ticket.
They haven't
You
done
know,
anything yet? Like,
No, nothing.
no, there's been nothing
No,
like
there's
that.
they have a Facebook post that they made, but it's almost it's
Yeah.
a deflection
It's
for sure. It's a deflection.
Yeah.
for
It's just
sure.
we're sorry, and that's unfortunate too, because a lot of the posts that have been made in regards to it have been really way too lackadaisical. Like oh, sorry, you had a
yes,
bad time.
That too.
Well, that's the
there's
vi-
no
that's the vi-
there's no humility.
Yeah.
in
That's
it.
the
Not at all.
vibes of Dirty Bird, but yeah, like even a professional email, they should honestly get legal involved.
Well,
They
we're
should
talking
put
about
something out there.
professionalism. I mean, the guy's having a good time when he's throwing a huge event.
Right.
All that. Well, listen,
Sorry,
guys.
I didn't mean to cut you-
I'm going to tell you,
cut
this
you
is
off.
probably one of the best shows we had in a long time. It's good to see you.
Good to see you
Yes.
guys.
Yeah, you
Freaking
too,
A.
Yes.
brother. Yeah, we
Miss
got
you all.
the crew in there.
Yeah, we do.
Love you guys. This is Houseology Live. I'm DJ Ketone. We got Danielle in the building, D Money. We got DJ Embrace. We got DJ Rich, Rave Daddy Robbie, Sam, DJ Volume. She's in New York. We love you,
Miss
baby.
you.
We will see you guys next week.
Wrapping it up for this week's show. Tune in next Monday at 6 p.m. for the best up-to-date info on EDM news, culture, and gossip on the Houseology live show.
Humble House Radio.